however much money a football program might make or a basketball program might make, that's not what college sports is about. College sports is about complementing the other aspects, the other salutary, positive developmental aspects of what the university is. And Title IX asserts that. Title IX says that we don't have to be prisoners of the commercialism of college sports, but that college sports can have intrinsic and inherent value for the participants. My name is Andy Zimbalist, and I'm an economics professor at Smith College. And I spent the first half of my professional career studying economic development, mostly in Latin America. And by accident, I started doing some work in sports economics in the early 1990s, and I've continued to do it for the next 18 years, more or less. Title IX is kind of a natural progression for me. After studying a bunch of professional sports, I wanted to learn more about my environment, which was intercollegiate sports. And I had an older sister who was one of the early writers in the women's movement in the 1960s, who got me interested in women's issues. And the fact that I teach at Smith College, which is an all-women's school, further got me interested in women's sports. And I've been the faculty athletic representative at Smith for about 10 years. You know, it's very often claimed that adding a women's team here or there forces a men's team to close. And you hear that argument over and over again. You see lawsuits around that contention. And it's really quite silly, because when you consider that the average Division IA football coach today has a salary of over $1 million, and there's some coaches that have $4 and $5 million salaries. You consider that the median revenue generated by a Division I football team, Division IA football team, is somewhere in the neighborhood of $20 million. And the head coaches are getting $2, $3, $4, $5 million. The players are getting paid nothing. It also sends a terrible message to college students if the football coach is paid $3 or $4 million and the college president's paid whatever, $500,000, $600,000, and the top professor at the school is paid $200,000, whatever. It's saying that the football coach is worth 10 times as much as the top paid professor at the school, and worth 6 times as much as the university president. The NCAA says in its first article of its constitution, it says that intercollegiate athletics is supposed to complement the academic experience, not vice versa. So how is it consistent with that message and that principle to have a football coach paid 5 times or 6 times as much as the university president? So there's a lot of waste. This is something that an economist could look at and analyze and say, don't blame it on Title IX. Look at yourself. Look at the way you're wasting money. And if you want to have another wrestling team, you want to have a male track team that you've cut recently, or you had to cut your male baseball team and you want to have that, those programs cost about $300,000, maybe $400,000 a year in Division IA. You can save several $1 million just by being rational on the level of your coaches' salaries. So these are a number of things that an economist can do that has a direct interface with the issues and choices around Title IX.